the Wico Magneto, as used on so many of the different brands of engines. It's a high tension magneto. These here on the workbench today happens to be the EK model. It's commonly referred to as a EK Magneto, built by the Wico company. And the first tip, leave a comment. It's this: if you've got a comment, leave it. The first statement let me make on the get-go here is, do not, you see I have all of these magnetos lined up here, and what I'm going to do, not to stray from the subject, but let's explain a few things, and I'll take 2 or 3 covers off here, just kind of to let everyone see what that you will run into when you open one of these magnetos up that's been sitting in the barn for some time, maybe in a junkyard, you know. But the point right here is, do not, just definitely do not position the magneto after a rebuild in this position. But what happens is, let's use this one right here as an example. The cores, and I've got it in the upside down position, but this is the other part, and this matches up in operation like this right here, and that would be right there. That's the way this looks inside that housing. And what happens is, you rebuild this thing right here, you put a little machine oil on that right there, like this would be an operation. When it releases, when this magnet lets go of that, it pulls down, it pulls those points apart right there. That's how that works. When that pulls down, it does them points. Well, you need a little bit of light oil on that mechanism right there in this guide pin, so that will operate freely. But what happens is, when you set the magneto on the workbench like this right here, that little drop of oil runs down this right here and gets between them 2 points right there, and it'll cause you problems to point where that you will not have a 1 turn of the flywheel starting engine. Okay, now to get on with it, just leave a comment. What I'm going to do is kind of clear the workbench. First, let's take off a few covers as we go and look inside these magnetos. Now, I think this one right here, I've had this magneto apart once before. I think I have had it, and some of these screws, and I have the others over there are as found. I will replace all of these screws right here with some real nice brass ones. But you just take those 4 screws out and kind of pull that apart, get that free, and just take it apart, pull that out there where you don't lose your spring, being careful not to damage that little ground strap on that side right over there. It's very important that be there. One of the things you will find is this, the name tag on the top of this strap part will be, most of them will be brass, but you will, there's a brass one, but you will find the aluminum type. This one's corroded there pretty bad, and these you can get some replacement name tags. They're available from the dealers around. This happened to have front, and that's the way. Well, that's a new cover there, looks like. Got some damage to it. And we will, what we're going to do there, we made this kind of get across it a little bit, but I will polish up a set of covers for this engine. And the reason for this is I need a magneto to go on the baling wire engine. We're only going to build one after we get past this, but I will work those dents out with a small hammer, smooth them away, and polish a set of covers up for that engine. But that kill button, when you mash it on this side right here, it makes that little strap come out like that right there. And if you remember, that makes contact with that little brass washer right there. That's what kills the engine. But you can see inside here, that's a good clean looking. That magneto has never been rusted. It's good clean. Looks to be in pretty good condition. We will test that out. And it does have the magnet in it, as opposed to the later model. It's got that single magnet in it. And the laminations, they are another type. Two types of that. But you can see, if you can, you can see that oil right there, a drip of oil right there. That's where it's been setting upside down. That's not good. But let's pass on. Let's open up one of these right here. I've never seen inside this mag right here. This is the first time to open this up. So let's just see what we've got up in here. And they are two types of these laminated shoe type things here. They are, keep that in mind, they are two types of those. The one that has the flat bar on the top right there, and the other one it's got that formed up piece right there. I'm kind of thinking one is early, one is late. And you will find, if you work on very many of these, and I did go around when I first got these magnetos and put some penetrating oil on all of the screws everywhere on them. And like I say, it's the first time I've ever opened this one up, so there may be a varmint in it. Don't look too bad, looks pretty clean. And removing a cover, not too bad. A little corrosion along the bottom. It's dry on the top there. It's not been rusted, not too bad. A little corrosion down here on the pot metal. Some of these there was two different kinds of metal when they were new. This bracket part. Some of them will be real heavy, and some of them will be real light. This one, it needs to be freed up a lot. See how it's all, it's really corroded, so let's not do too much to that one at the present. Just out of curiosity, let's open up this one here. I've never seen inside this one either. And I do notice that there is abundance of dealers of EK Magneto parts out there now. So, and the parts are pricey. You know, if you're going to rebuild one, it can get expensive. If you need them coils right there, it can be expensive. Now, this is the first time I've ever opened this one up. Also, have no idea what we're going to find up in there.